Now we have seen in previous video what is camber. Camber is the tilt of the car wheels from the vertical. Okay, and camber is positive if the tilt is outward at the top, then it is called as positive camber. If the camber is inward at the top, then it is called as negative camber. And this camber is also called as wheel rake. Wheel rake. Okay. Now we will see what is the effect of this positive camber and negative camber. Okay. So first listen carefully or look at the PPT. How this positive camber effect on the steering. This will add in steering wheel when we return after the completion of the turn. While steering, when you are turning a vehicle, at that time the steering wheel should return to its original position. Okay, at that time this camber will help and it increases the steering stability, steering straight ahead stability. Okay, it also increases steering straight ahead stability. It also increases the turning effort required during steering. Okay, vice versa. And due to this positive camber in the front wheel, it is tendency to toe out. It gives tendency to toe out. We are going to see what is the effect of toe in and toe out and what is toe in next slide or in next video. Okay, now we will see what is the negative camber. I already defined what is negative camber. Now this will not helps to aids in the steering wheel return after the completion of the turn, because it is negative camber, as well as it resists the tendency of the wheel to slip during cornering. Okay, when our vehicle is turning with the help of steering mechanism, we are turning at or cornering, at that time the resistance of the wheel is to slip, and that tendency will be resisted by this negative camber, as well as the negative camber tendency to toe in. Okay, so that there will be more wear on tire inside. Okay, so this is the effect of positive camber and negative camber. Generally for rear wheels the camber is 0. Okay, 0 camber is there, but when the front wheels are there, the two front wheel of the car or the truck or the vehicle should not be equal. There should be slight difference between the camber of the first front wheels. And what's happened, the vehicle, if will try to pull towards the side where the camber is higher. That's why in India there is the right hand drive. We are right hand drive vehicles. So at that time the right wheel should be provided with higher camber than the left wheel. Okay, for the front wheels you have to take care. It is observed, as well as we preferred when there is a left hand drive vehicle. In USA there are left hand drive vehicle, there camber is provided higher to the left wheel as compared to right wheel, front right wheel. Okay, now we will see the maximum tire life of the camber is possible when the running during the running conditions with average load the camber should be 0. Okay, camber angle should be 0. Just see what's happened. Suppose when the vehicle is average loaded, at that time due to this load in the vehicle, it should reach that axis of the wheel and the vertical axis should be same. At that time there is equal wear of the tire wheel, and this maximizes the life of the tire, and that's why the camber should not generally exceed than 2 degree. It should not be exceed 2 degree. However, the exact camber is specified taking into account the kingpin inclination. Means you have to consider the kingpin inclination while deciding the camber, but generally it should not exceed 2 degree. Okay, so from exam point of view, what I have make a red color is important from your MCQ point of view. Okay, for multiple choice questions there may be some questions from these points. Now we will see what is caster angle. Okay, caster angle is the angular displacement of the steering axis from the vertical axis. Just see, this is, suppose this is the steering axis. You are looking from the side view of the, this is the inside view. You are looking the wheel, side view of the wheel circle, and this is the steering axis in the same plane, wheel plane, and this is the vertical axis. The steering axis is at the front side of the axis, then it is called as, and the vehicle is moving in this direction and the axis is reaching to the ahead of this axis, vertical axis, then it is called as positive caster. Okay, just you will observe, you will see here, you will understand better. This is the axis of the steering, here the steering of the bicycle, and this is the vertical axis in the plane. You will observe that the front, and this is the direction of motion or direction of the vehicle moving. At that time this angle is called as positive caster angle. Positive caster angle. Just again we will read, the caster angle is the angular displacement of steering axis from the vertical axis of a steered wheel in a car, motorcycle, bicycle or other vehicle measured in longitudinal direction. Okay, and it should not, it give good results when it is a 3 degree. It is a 3 degree. Here both figures, these figures are from different books, but you will understand better what is positive caster, what is negative caster. When more caster provides more steering and better self-centering, better self-centering, and when there is a less caster provides less steering and less self-centering. Okay, I think you have understood how it is possible. Just see here, when this is the steering axis and the camber is positive, so when the vehicle is moving front side, this will be first touch to the road, and then the rear axle or rear wheel is pulling towards this side. That's why this will provide a better steering stability as compared to rear or negative caster. this is used positively in all the vehicles. The caster is positively, but in case of rear wheel drive, or we can say here example is given in the furnitures, we are using rear or negative caster. This is the wheel, this is the direction of the motion, and if you draw the axis of the steering, it will comes back side of the wheel or back side of the vertical axis. Then it is called as negative caster. It will helps, it will require more force to go forward. Okay, this is required in furniture because once you have placed the furniture, you should not, it should not be easily displaced. Okay, it should be stable. For that purpose, the negative caster is provided for the caster on the furnitures. Okay, big tables or tables. Okay, at that time it is expected that there should be negative caster. Okay, I think you have understood the use of positive caster and negative caster. Now we will see the kingpin inclination. Okay, this is the kingpin. The inclination of the kingpin from the vertical is called as kingpin inclination. Okay, this is the vertical axis and this is the axis passing through the kingpin. Then it is called as kingpin inclination measured in degrees. It also used for directional stability. Okay, this also enables or helps the driver during steering, that due to this kingpin inclination, the wheel will comes to its original position or straight position. Okay, while completing the turn, after completion of the turn, it should return to the straight, and this kingpin inclination will helps. Okay, how? Just see this: when the vehicle makes a turn, the inclination of kingpin causes the vehicle body to move up in relation to the wheel. It is very important. That's why it is called as kingpin. Okay, this allows, this inclination helps or causes the vehicle whole body to move in relation to the wheels. Okay, so it is a very important angle and it should be near about 7 to 8 degree. And once the vehicle has moved it again to be in straight ahead recovery, this angle will help. Okay, so I think you have understood kingpin inclination. Okay, here also the kingpin axis, vertical axis, and the included angle is positive, included angle is negative is shown. Okay, here is a kingpin inclination. Now we will see the toe in and toe out angle in our next video. Thank you.